This video focuses on solving equations by factoring and using the zero product property. So this first equation is a quadratic equation. It's in standard form, and we want to factor it. The method of factoring that we can use is called the difference of two squareds. So I'm just going to rewrite that 9x squared as 3x times 3x. And then the 1 as 1 times 1. Now we can factor it as 3x minus 1 times 3x plus 1. What the zero product property does is it takes those factors and sets them equal to 0. So one of my factors is 3x minus 1. I'm going to set it equal to 0 and solve for x. So I'm going to add 1 to both sides and then divide both sides by 3. So one of my solutions to this equation is x equals 1/3. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the second factor. Using the zero product property, set it equal to 0, and I'm going to solve for x. I'm going to subtract 1, and then divide by 3. So my second solution is x equals negative 1/3. You should check to make sure those are truly solutions to the equation. Our second example is again factoring and using the zero product property. This is a quadratic equation, but it's not in standard form. So my recommendation is to bring everything over to the right-hand side. So we're going to add a 12x squared to both sides, and we're going to subtract an 8x from both sides. Now I'm just going to rewrite it in standard form where I have my x squared term first, my x term next, and then my constant. Now this quadratic equation is in standard form. My leading coefficient is 1 of this trinomial, so we're going to use the chart method. What are the factors of 12 that add to negative 8? So we would get negative 6 and negative 2. The factors of positive 12 that add to negative 8. Now we factored it, so we're going to set those factors equal to 0 and solve for x. So we'll add 6 to both sides. There's one of my solutions. Here's my other factor. Add 2 to both sides. And those are my two solutions.